prince marries the princess, everyone lives happily ever after. What would you do with this fame? What are you doing with this power? What are you doing with all of this money? An orchestrated reality show, paying compensation to slave owners. But what are they really doing there? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Timmy. If this is your first time here, I hope you decide to stay by hitting the subscribe button. And if this is not your first time, welcome back. Alright, so today I'm going to be talking very briefly about something I watched yesterday. I don't want to go into it too much, but I just watched the Harry and Meghan Markle documentary on Netflix. So it's a limited series, 3 episodes are out, and I think they're supposed to be releasing another 3 episodes very soon. I found it very interesting, and first of all, let me say it's fine that they did it. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, why did they, expose the secrets of the royal family and blah 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 blah, and that is all bullshit as far as I'm concerned. So basically, they've been documenting their journey throughout, like, in the past few years, like, what they've been going through, because they've been through a lot. Like, they've been harassed. He decided to leave the royal family, which is a huge deal, and I don't think it's a decision that someone would make lightly. I think that there is a lot to be said for someone that is able to make such a huge decision and leave something that they've known all their lives. It's a huge thing to do. So I really respect him for that. Let me start by saying that I respect Harry for making that decision, and I would do the same thing, and I think a lot of people would do the same thing. Oh gosh, she married a prince. Oh, how wonderful. I think that people glamorize, royalty, wealth, celebrity, and all of these things. It is not always cracked up to be. I'm not a celebrity, I'm not a queen or a princess, but it's a lot. Like, I don't want it. I do not want that. And sidebar, even wanting like a lot of money, I do want money. Like, obviously everyone wants money, everyone wants to be rich, but I feel like a lot of people aspire to, like, oh, if they asked you, would you want $100 billion, what are you going to do with that amount of money? What would you do with this fame? What are you doing with this power? What are you doing with all of this money? Most times you do not want that attention, you do not want that amount of money, you don't need it. So anyway, that aside, they met through a friend and they fell in love. That's nice for you, but then obviously they have to like deal with the actual world. So they were dating for a while, it got serious, and he wants to marry her, and obviously he has to tell the queen, and then tell the media. So from this documentary, apparently they have some sort of agreement. The monarch has some agreement with the British press, and they're figureheads. They're basically just there for our entertainment. Basically, we grew up watching Disney. The prince rescues the princess, or the prince marries the princess, everyone lives happily ever after. This idea of like queens and kings and princesses and princes, it's like such a fantastical idea, which everyone aspires to. So we grow up, we're not kids anymore, but then we grow up and we think, oh yes, let's leave them kings and queens. But what are they really doing there? Growing up as a child must have been hell. There was even a clip where Charles said, when he was like much younger, he had said that if you don't like figure out a way to deal with it in your mind, that you would go mad. So it's insane. Like, can you imagine leaving your house and people like stalking you basically? Anyway, Harry is used to this life on some level. And then here comes Meghan. I mean, she's a celebrity, like she's an actress, so she's used to some level of attention from the paparazzi and all of that, but I don't think she was ready for this. So this is a lot. They go shaking hands, they pose, okay, you're engaged, okay, show us the ring, blah blah blah. And they exploit them for stories, like they're looking for scandals. It's a normal thing to wake up and the paparazzi shoving, you go on holiday and they're shoving cameras in your face, and you have to smile, you have to perform. Literally, he said you have to perform. Like, you have to pose and answer their questions. I think Harry specifically, he's never been comfortable with this life, and I think he's very much like his mom, and God rest her soul, like she was suffering, and it was really sad to watch. Like, every time you saw her, she was always like hunched over, and she just seemed so sad. He now has the opportunity to do what he wants in his life, and I think that that's fantastic that he's able to leave. I don't think he was waiting for someone to rescue him, because I wouldn't say that Meghan rescued him or convinced him to leave or anything like that, but I think that he's been looking for the right person to I guess live with. I don't know, but I'm happy for them. I'm happy that they were able to get out of that, because it just doesn't seem like a great life. And then eventually, like when they announced their engagement, or when they told the queen, or when they, it came out basically, obviously people are like constantly digging through, their lives, trying to figure out what's going on. So people had figured it out and they were going to leak the story. So they had to like come clean about it, and tell everyone that, okay, yes, this is, we're together, blah, blah, blah. So they had to like, there's actually like, I remember like when they showed it, I remembered the interview where they came out, the interview when they were sitting down, and then like the photo of when they came out and like they were showing the ring and like smiling for all the cameras to like take their pictures. And they said, actually, Meghan, and I quote, said it was an orchestrated reality show. So everything was like planned out. They did the pictures outside, then they went back inside, did the sit down interview. We're very happy together, blah, blah, blah. Which, I mean, these are not lies, but it's like they're telling you exactly what to do, when to do it, how to show the ring, and, you know, what to say, what not to say. It's horrible. Like, to me, this is horrible. British press is trying to, like, you know, uncover dirt about Meghan. And I'm going to just quickly say that the fact that the monarch and the press have such a good relationship, anything that the press is doing, I can't help but think that it has something to do with the monarch. But yeah, and I'm just going to quickly say that Diana was chased down by the paparazzi and she died. And people have also said that the Queen, anyway, I'm going to leave it there because obviously her race came in. I'm not going to talk too much about race today because that is another topic. But she's biracial. Her mom is black, her dad is white. So obviously they went straight for her mom's side looking for dirt. There were headlines about, you know, straight out of Compton. She's like, I'm not even from Compton. Like, what is this? Turns out that the drama is on her dad's side. So her dad had kids before he met her mom. So her half sister comes out saying, oh, they were really close, but then they had a falling out, blah, 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 blah. And Meghan is like, these are lies, because I haven't seen you in a decade, and even when I did see you, it was for a day and a half. So what are you talking about? People will do anything for money, and I guess it really hits when her dad got, you know, started doing shit for money, because they paid her dad as well to, you know, post for pictures and say certain things and do certain things. And obviously that must have been hard for her because she said she was the daddy's girl. So it's really difficult, you know, being in that position. And I think a lot of people need to really think about it before you start saying, oh, why would she do this? Why would she do that? Why would they leave? You know, why would you throw away the opportunity to be a prince or a princess? Or it's a rubbish life to live. I'm sorry, like it's. Anyway, if you haven't watched it, I think you should. It's not even just like, oh, this is their story, they fell in love, blah, blah, blah. It actually touches on some history as well. Like, for example, did you know British taxpayers were paying compensation to slave owners for 180 years up until 2015? 2015, that's like 7 years ago. Like, that is... There's a lot of racism going on. So the racism is like another topic which I'm definitely not going into right now, but it's still alive. As Kanye West said, racism is still alive. They're just concealing it. Whew. All right, if you guys haven't watched it, I think you should. If you do, please come back and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of it. When the other 3 episodes come out, I might come back and talk about it. Let's see. But I enjoyed these 3, and I'm really glad that they did this. Thumbs up to Harry for actually choosing a life that he wants, of peace and quiet. And, you know, because it's a huge thing to leave the royal family, you know, and it's the only life he's known. So I thought that was very brave of him to do. And yeah, I love that for him. All right, guys, so that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps my channel, and I would really like to grow, so your support would be well appreciated. If you haven't watched it, I think you should watch it. If you have, leave a comment and let me know what you thought. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.